Did you know that YNW Melly's ex-girlfriend, Mariah Hamilton, left the United States before his trial so she would not have to testify against him? After that, she was arrested and later released, all before Melly even got a chance to be free. Now, it has been confirmed that Mariah has been released from the Paul Rain detention facility on Saturday, February 8th. This happened after a judge ordered her release during an emergency hearing on Friday, February 7th. This hearing was very important because it was the first time Melly and Mariah saw each other in person since he turned himself into Broward County Police in February 2019. After this, Melly's lawyers asked for his release, and even the judge agreed with them. Mr. Demons has now been in custody for 22 days. If one of the state attorneys is not available, maybe the other two assigned to the case can stand in. If all three aren't available, maybe one of the 150 state attorneys upstairs could sit in. This judge is not playing around anymore. Melly has been in jail for a long time, and now his case is finally moving forward, which is exactly what he needs. But Mariah getting released is not good for YNW Melly. When Mariah was allowed to leave jail, Melly was said to be very angry in court. While she was on her way home, she posted on Facebook to thank her friends and family for supporting her while she was in jail. Her post said, "And my village, thank you to my village. I love you all so much. God's plan, not mine." She was also not happy that the news of her release was shown on local television. Hamilton is now spending her first day in Broward County Jail. Before this, she had never been arrested. U.S. Border Patrol agents took her into custody at Miami International Airport on Monday after she arrived on a flight from another country. Court records show that Hamilton was told to testify in Demon's first trial in the year 2023. After being in jail, she has already said that she never wants to go back. As part of the deal to be released, she had to promise the judge that she will be at YNW Melly's next court hearing. The trial is about making her testify against her ex-boyfriend. The feds already know what happened to Sack Chaser and Javi. They just need her to confirm it in front of the jury to make sure Melly gets punished. In court, the feds will show everything they found in her iCloud account. They say they saw strange activity that shows Melly was forcing her not to testify in the last trial. This is called witness tampering, and it is a very serious crime. It can lead to a life sentence, no matter if Melly was really the one who took out Sack Chaser or not. Juvie has now filed 6 new charges against Demons and 2 other people who were also involved. These charges include tampering with a witness, planning criminal activity, conspiracy to commit tampering, and using a communication device in the wrong way. Some of these charges are very serious, and if they are proven in court, they could lead to a life sentence. The feds started looking into Mariah after people in Melly's hometown began talking about her connection to the case. Things got even more serious when YNW Juvie's father decided to do his own research. He went around the neighborhood and found out that Melly had been using secret code words to control Mariah and stop her from testifying against him in court.
There was this kind of crazy way that Melly was communicating. He wasn't allowed to use the phone, but he was passing notes to people, and then this person's calling this person and then that person.
Saying like to me, they going through extreme measures, trying to cover up or convince people not to testify, like Mariah mom. They was using code words like Rihanna and A$AP Rocky's baby mom. And
if those code words match what the feds found in Mariah's iCloud account, then things are not looking good for YNW Melly. Even Melly knows this, and it is not sitting well with him. At a recent court hearing, he walked in looking very angry and frustrated, and he did not even get a haircut before showing up. Now, Demons has to make a very important decision about who he wants as his lawyers. He has already been in jail for 2,159 days. The big question is, how much longer does he want to stay there? This decision needs to be made, but I cannot say when the investigation will end. That is up to the Broward Sheriff's Office. However, I am asking for at least a day or 2. At the very least, make a decision by tomorrow. I have also kept all of tomorrow open for this. Even the judge could not believe how long Melly has been in jail without a conviction. He looked straight at the prosecutors and said, "Give me a reason why Melly should not at least get a bond, or I am letting him go by tomorrow." But the feds took it even further. They gave YNW Melly more witness tampering charges, completely destroying his chance of getting released. This also explains why he is being treated so badly in jail. In an interview, Melly's mother spoke out, saying that her son has not even been allowed to use a phone or read his own mail while in jail. She said, "My son has not been convicted of anything. Even other inmates who have been convicted still have the right to use a phone. They have the right to at least. Inmates are supposed to be allowed to write letters to their loved ones and receive their mail, but Melly has not been given that right. They keep his mail and do not give it to him." But if it is true that YNW Melly used the jail phones to pressure Mariah Hamilton into not testifying, that would explain why he has not been allowed to use them. The jail would have saved records of those calls and will use them in court when the trial begins. The feds would not have taken away his phone rights if they were only guessing. Because of this, Jamie King has spoken out, saying she feels completely heartbroken for her son. She feels completely helpless. Melly is not even being treated like a human in jail. When he spoke out, saying how much he is hurting and how scared he is for his life, it was truly heartbreaking. As a mother, hearing that was the worst feeling. She said, "It makes me feel completely helpless." The Broward Sheriff's Office needs to be investigated because they are making up their own rules. We have tried to take this to court, but the judge does not really have any control over the jail. We even had a hearing. She spoke about how badly Melly is being treated, saying that the jail seems to make up its own rules. She does not think it is fair because they should have to answer to someone too. This got a lot of attention from the media, especially after Charleston White reacted. He made it clear that he believes YNW Melly should be treated this way and should not get any special treatment just because he is a rapper. He said, "I am so happy he is in jail getting mistreated. Yes, I am glad he is in there going through it, homie." He said, "When you take a life, you do not have the right to complain about anything. You cannot talk about being mistreated when you made the choice to take someone's life." But on the other side, rap OGs like Boozy understand what Jamie King is going through. He talked about her struggle, saying it reminds him of what his own mother went through. "I met his mother while he was locked up. She is real, bro. She is going through a lot. She is stressed out. I heard she had a hard time. Yeah, she is real, and I reached out to him because I am real. Yes, I reached out, bro. I met his mother, and she is a good woman. When I see mothers like that, it reminds me of what my own mother went through." Meanwhile, YNW Melly's lawyers made one last attempt to get him released. They brought up evidence from the original trial, showing that Melly was texting Mariah Hamilton in real time while the crime was happening. The messages showed that he was running away from what was supposed to look like a drive-by shooting. This was the first. He said someone had just shot at the car and was trying to hit them. I asked if he was okay and where he was. He told me there was a car behind him, and he was trying to hide. He kept saying, "I think they are still out here or something." So I asked again, "Are you okay?" He said, "I am okay." Then I asked, "Where are Sak and Javi?" He replied, "I do not know if they are in the car." I think this could prove that YNW Melly was actually being chased by another car as Bells. Melly's lawyers used GPS evidence to prove that he was running down the street at that exact moment. He even said he hid in a bush, and the GPS data confirmed it. Another important detail in the trial was that the prosecutors admitted they never found a gun.
So the first thing is I didn't have a firearm, so I can't know which firearm I'm going to use in order to replicate any of my tests. So I can't make tests for this determination because I don't know what firearm was used.
Okay.
But unfortunately, this was not even close to being enough, as more charges were added against both Melly and Bortlen. Things took a serious turn when the feds raided YNW Bortlen's home and found something shocking. He had drawn pictures of all the jurors from Melly's original trial on a piece of paper. A report stated, "Here are the images of the alleged notes found during the raid at YNW Bortlen's home." Bortlen, who had only attended Melly's original trial for one day, ended up making things worse for himself after returning home. He was arrested and booked into a Miami jail on Monday night, where he is now being held behind bars. A new warrant has been confirmed, and it comes from Broward County for witness tampering. According to documents from Law and Crime Network, The warrant states, between April 10th, 2023 and July 22nd, 2023, Cortland Henry, also known as Bortlen, along with others, knowingly tried to mislead someone to stop them from testifying. The warrant also says that the person was legally ordered to testify in the trial of Jamel Demons, also known as YNW Melly. The dates in the warrant are very important. Melly's jury selection started in mid-April, and the judge declared a mistrial on July 22nd. That is the exact day Bortlen is accused of tampering with a witness. This is a very serious issue. Jurors are supposed to stay anonymous to keep them safe during a trial. To show how big this is, here is DJ Academic's reaction.
To keep it real, this is sloppy. Bortlen, how the f you gonna have the notebook of the jurors in your house? Holy sh! Like, come the f on. It's like doing a and having the surveillance tape in your DVD player or something like that. You know what I mean? Like, come on, bro. Like they raid your crib and the surveillance footage of the is in your DVD player. They be like, oh, okay, thank you, brother. This can't be at your crib.
YNW Bortlen may have been the one who committed this crime, but they're still trying to connect it to YNW Melly. Even Boozy pointed out that the feds are doing whatever they want with Melly, whether it is fair or not. When they want you, Boozy said. I knew they were after him badly when they waited for that new law to pass. He was sitting in jail for 2 or 3 years, and they could have taken him to trial earlier. But no, they waited for that law to pass, and then took him to trial a few months later. I just do not understand how he did not get a bond after mistrial. That made me think, wow. But when you add this to the evidence found on YNW Melly's cell phone, his chances of getting out are looking even worse. The chances of YNW Melly getting released are now even lower after investigators found a text message where he seemed to admit to the crime. The message came from the PG Gambino account, asking if he was okay. Melly replied, I did that, with a smiling emoji. Another message, sent on October 26, 2018, at 4:02 p.m. Eastern Standard Time from YNW Melly's account, said, what? After that? Be quiet. On top of that, investigators found security footage from just 7 hours after the crime. In the video, Melly and Bortlen were in a parking lot, laughing, dancing to a music video, and celebrating. With this kind of evidence, proving his innocence is going to be nearly impossible.
Melly still turned regardless of what happened this early morning. He's still out here being very positive. Turned still. Hey! No, still turned. Regardless of what happened, you already know.